Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today we are revisiting Malefics after the addition of Malefic Red-Eyes Black Dragon to the deck. Now if you guys remember when I played Malefics originally, I was really loving this deck. I think this deck is great. I love the fact that you can just easily summon huge monsters on the field. The fact that the field spell lets you search for anything, basically, you give your opponent 3 choices and they get to add whatever they want to your hand, but you can literally show them the same 3 card and they'll be forced to add it. I don't know, I just really enjoy this deck, and Malefic Red-Eyes definitely makes the deck better. It does one simple thing that is just huge for the deck. It gives us access to Vermilion Dragon Mech. The reason why is because up until that point we only had level 8s, level 10s, and I think that's it. Yeah, because Blue Eyes is also level 8, so we only had level 8s or level 10s to synchro with, so you were limited to go into a level 10 synchro or a level 12 synchro. Well, level 9 is so good because we have access to Vermilion. We don't even have to run Red Eyes because we're just going to be using the Malefic Red-Eyes Dragon to synchro summon into Vermilion. Vermilion gives us additional removal. Before, you had to use something such as Malefic Clawstream, which only destroys a monster, or Despot Jet, which only destroys a face-up card. And not only that, if you use Despot, you're also destroying the Despot in order to destroy the face-up card. So it's not like you could destroy something and then be able to push for game and attack with something. So the Dragon Mech, it's really amazing. And then not only that, once they get rid of it, if you're able to go into your Malefic Paradox Dragon, you can just bring back your Dragon Mech, pop another card, and hopefully go for game. The build hasn't changed that much from the last time I played it. I believe I took out one Galaxy Cyclone in order to add the Malefic Red-Eyes Black Dragon, and the deck still works. I'm running Rainbow Dragon because I like to run double Malefic Rainbow Dragon. We have double Stardust. Only one in the extra deck because the other one, if we really need to summon it, I mean, most of the time the second Stardust Dragon is going to be used to synchro, but if we have to summon it, you can always banish the Paradox Gear. If you guys don't remember what the cards do, basically you need to control a field spell in order to keep your Malefic monsters on the field, other than the low level ones. You can only control one Malefic monster unless you have a Malefic World. Malefic World change... Is it Malefic World? No, I'm sorry, not Malefic World. Malefic Territory makes it to where you can only control one Malefic monster with a particular name. So you're able to control more than one. You're also able to negate their effects in the battle phase, which their effects are that they're the only monster that can attack. So with the territory, you're able to attack with all of them and control more than one Malefic monster, which is really good. Malefic World lets you reveal 3 cards to your opponent, 3 Malefic cards to your opponent at the start of your draw phase. So instead of drawing, you reveal 3, they add 1 to your deck, to your hand, excuse me. But it's so easy to force whatever card you want into your hand, because for example, I can show Malefic Selector and that's gonna let me add 2 cards, or if what I want to add is the Paradox Gear, I'll just show 1 Paradox Gear. So either way, I'm gonna be able to get to my Paradox Gear by showing a combination of 3 cards. We have Malefic Parallel Gear. This is gonna be what we use to synchro summon. Basically you're gonna summon Paradox Gear, special summon Parallel Gear, and then add a Malefic monster from your deck. So that's gonna be your Red Eyes. Then you're gonna go into your Vermilion Dragon Mech, pop something, and then go off from there and try to win the game. I'm still running one Malefic Truth Dragon, but I haven't used them whatsoever, so this could easily be removed to make it a 21 card deck, maybe make it a little more consistent, or you can add some more removal. If you have a 3rd Paradox Gear, that would definitely be a great substitution. Even though we do want to synchro, I didn't think more than 3 Parallel Gear was necessary. If they get rid of your 2 synchro monsters, more likely they have way too many resources and you're gonna end up losing anyway. So I just went with 2 And also because I don't really want to draw into them. I want to be able to special summon them from the deck and get that additional search off of the Paradox Gear. Other than that, yeah, Selector, you banish 2 Malefic cards from your graveyard with different names, and you cannot add, actually they don't even have to have different names. Banish 2 Malefic cards from your graveyard, add 2 Malefic cards from your deck to your hand except Malefic Selector with different names from each other and from the banished cards. Yeah, so you just gotta make sure that whatever you banish is not what you're trying to search for, otherwise you're not gonna be able to. The Claw Stream, if you control Malefic monster, you pop a monster. That's pretty much it. Peak performance, so we can start the duel with the field spell. And let's go ahead and show y'all some replays. Sorry, at first I wasn't really gonna go into great details in the deck explanation because I figured people probably remember Malefics, and I still ended up going through every card, so I should have just done it properly from the beginning. But here we're going up against Kaiba. So this is going to be a Blue Eyes matchup. I believe we're going second. So very interesting. Discards Flambeau Guard to summon a Blue Eyes alongside a White Stone of Ancients. So now he can Alternative Eyes and Spirit Eyes Dragon. Spirit Dragon, excuse me. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And then during the end phase, he's gonna summon Dragon Spirit of White to banish my field spell. Luckily, we have the Malefic World already in our hand, so we're gonna be able to play our monsters. Now he immediately tags out into Ash Rise. I didn't really understand that, but whatever. So we're just gonna activate the Malefic World, banish the Rainbow Dragon, destroy the Ash Rise. Now I knew he could go into Vermilion right here. I was just hoping he didn't have a Blue Eyes in hand to also summon Alternative Eyes, because then I would have lost the game. The 2 back row, they're just bluffs. With this deck, I mean, there's not a whole lot of room for protection, so I'm always setting my spells just so I can bluff and, you know, hopefully my opponent doesn't go all out. So we're gonna activate the Malefic Selector, banish the Rainbow and the field spell. Galaxy Cyclone to destroy the Regeki Break. He's gonna activate it to send a stone to the graveyard, but he's losing this turn, so it doesn't matter. Territory is gonna activate Malefic World, summon the Paradox Gear that we search with or Selector. That's gonna give us our Stardust Dragon, so we can synchro into Paradox Dragon. Now Paradox Dragon is special because he can only stay on the field if you control Malefic World. So if you have your mountains and you try to go into this guy, he's gonna get destroyed. So we're gonna steal the Spirit Dragon, I should say. Banish the Paradox Gear to summon our second Rainbow Dragon. And my opponents hit me with the Swift Scoop. And my game is broken, apparently. So this field was so powerful. We're gonna be able to negate his stone at the end phase to summon a Blue Eyes. Wow, my game really just crashed. Come on, thank you. What? I don't know what that was about. But there is the first duel. Let's go on to the second one. So I'm not sure when you guys are gonna see this because the box was literally just released. I just did the pack opening. It was very sad. So I don't know if I'm gonna post this right away or if I'm gonna wait until I cover the box. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna be able to cover since pack opening didn't go so well, but alright, here we have, what do we have? Yusei. Okay, Malefic Territory is going to activate Malefic World. And there we're gonna set 2 bluffs because our hand was kinda doo-doo. Now I don't know if it was my 2 bluff back rows, but my opponent is just gonna summon a Slayer, set a monster, and not go for game. So we're gonna take 2400, that's fine. Now we can reveal Stardust, Paradox Gear, and Paradox Gear. Now I'm glad he gave me the Paradox Gear. If he gave me the Stardust, I would have had a monster to summon and at least, you know, get over this layer. That would have also given me the Malefic Claw Stream, but I really wanted to get the Paradox Gear because that's gonna enable me to do the full combo right here. So we're gonna add the Red-Eyes, synchro into Vermilion Dragon Mech. Now that puts some Malefic cards in my graveyard, so now I can use the Selector. We're gonna add Rainbow Dragon and Stardust Dragon. Summon them both. Activate the Claw Stream. GG. We have lethal through a Sphere Krivo. There we go. I probably could have swung and checked for a Sphere Creepo before activating the Claw Stream, but you know, we're flexing. I was pretty confident there that that was gonna give us the win. Alright, next up we have Heya. I think this was Magician Girls invoked, if I remember correctly. They're using Grit. No, this was not. This is Gokis. Great Gokis. Yep, there it goes. So Super X is going to summon Twist Cobra, set a card. Now the whole time I'm doing this, I'm trying to force the back row. I was hoping maybe he'd have like a Ballista Squad and then destroy my Malefic World. Now I'm fully aware of what I did. I summoned the Stardust Dragon and then activated the second Malefic World. I did that on purpose, so that would put my Malefic World and my Stardust Dragon in the graveyard. That's gonna let me use my Malefic Selector and we're gonna be able to make more plays. Alright, banish both of them, get Territory. Now that we have the Territory on the field, he cannot target my field spell. He's gonna try anyway, so he's forced to target the Territory. Or maybe he just wanted to target the Territory. I don't know. Either way, my field spell survives, and that's the main thing. So now we can summon Paradox Gear. That's gonna special summon, and we get the Rainbow Dragon. Synchro into Vermilion Dragon Mech. Alright, Super X is gonna give him the Twist Cobra. Now because I don't have my Territory face up, I'm only gonna be able to attack with my Malefic Rainbow Dragon. Under normal circumstances, that's game, but my opponent was playing Grit, so he does survive with 1 life. Goes for Super X, summons a Twist Cobra and ends. He probably didn't feel like my Vermilion Dragon Mech was a threat because I have no tuners in the graveyard. So it makes sense for him to just set up and not really go into the attack and force the issue. So we're gonna excavate double Malefic Selector and a Malefic Territory. He didn't want to give me the Territory, but we're gonna grab it anyway. Not only that, we also get a Paradox Gear. So now he can't target my field spell again. We're gonna summon the tuner. We're gonna get a Stardust Dragon, go ahead and Synchro into Despot Jet. And basically the plan here is just to force the play. We're gonna destroy the back row. That's either gonna force a Ballista Squad of some sort, and then we're gonna use the Despot to destroy the monster that's left. He doesn't activate it. He doesn't activate this either because he knew he was dead. When I saw that he didn't search for a Claw, I was pretty confident that he didn't run one, and that was the only way to... actually, that can only get him at 3,900. So either way, he wasn't gonna be able to match my 4,000 attack. Right, because that's 16, 18, 34, 39. Yeah. This is the Magician Girl invoked. Now in this one, my opponent makes a bit of a questionable play. But you know what? We take those. You can only duel the person in front of you. Not my fault. So we're gonna activate Territory. He cannot target my field spell, and we have a Rainbow Dragon. Goes for the Berry Magician Girl, adds a Chocolate Magician Girl. Okay. And then activates Invocation to go into Cositus. The reason why this is questionable is because he can't add the Invoker to boost up his Cositus, so I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. But anyway, we destroy the Berry. Berry is gonna summon Apple. We're gonna reveal double Paradox Gear and or Field Spell. He's gonna give us the Field Spell, which makes sense. I'm still gonna activate it and pop my Rainbow Dragon because I'm not scared. And that gives me access to Malefic Selector. So we're gonna add Paradox Gear and another Rainbow Dragon. That's why I didn't banish the Rainbow Dragon in my graveyard. Paradox Gear, summon Parallel Gear, add the Red-Eyes. Red-Eyes used to go into Vermilion Dragon Mech. Now it's gonna hit me with a Canadiac here, which is fine. We're gonna banish the Paradox Gear to destroy the Cositus. And this is the questionable play. He already had a second invocation. And he didn't use it last turn, which was kind of weird because he could have used it and then added the Alistair back. Either way, he's gonna go for Purgatrio right here. Second questionable play. He's at 3100. So if he uses the Alistair to boost, he can get over my Rainbow Dragon and he can get over my Vermilion Dragon tech if he attacks in that order. But he chooses to keep the Alistair in hand and just destroy my Vermilion. I guess maybe he thought this way I'll be safe if he summons anything else other than the Rainbow Dragon. I'll be safe during my turn. But we're just gonna show him the selectors and our Paradox Gear. He gives us the Paradox Gear, which is fine because we just wanted to get to that anyway. So now we can synchro into Malefic Paradox Dragon. That's gonna summon the Vermilion right back. Destroy the Purgatrio, win the game. Yep. And last but not least, I don't actually remember this matchup. I think it was a Kaiba or a Yugi or something. Neither. It was a Rex Goodwin. What did I duel? Oh yeah, I remember this. This was 30 card Shiranui. I don't know why this thing is making a comeback, but it is apparently. So gonna set a back row, set a monster. We're gonna summon our Paradox Gear. Go ahead and synchro. And this is great because if we go into our Vermilion, that's gonna put 2 Malefic cards in the graveyard. 3 with the tuner, but we're gonna banish the tuner. You know, to destroy something with Vermilion. So now we can use our selector and search. Go ahead and add that territory and a Clawstream, excuse me. Pop the back row, he goes for Needlebug Nest. Doesn't mill anything relevant, so we activate the territory. Banish the Rainbow Dragon, banish the Stardust Dragon, and I have double trap to destroy a monster on the field. We got the OTK, so it doesn't matter. It's so good, man. I really have a ton of fun playing this deck, and it definitely got better with the one addition of Red-Eyes Malefic Dragon. But as you saw in that whole entire, you know, in all the matches, I never went into Malefic Truth Dragon whatsoever. So I can probably cut this. And like I said, if I were to get a third Paradox Gear, I would put that in there in a heartbeat. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.